In the quiet stillness of a darkened office, an FBI agent flipped through a thick file. The contents of this document were so powerful that they were deemed dangerous. It contained the teachings of a man convinced that humanity was asleep. This man, let's call him Gurdjieff, was not an ordinary philosopher. His ideas had the potential to upend the way people perceive reality. Remember the Truman Show? Truman's perfect world was a carefully constructed illusion. Gurdjieff believed we were living in a similar state, a waking sleep, following scripts we didn't write. But what if you could seize control of your life? What if you could become the director of your own story? Think about your day. How much of it do you truly remember? If most of it feels automatic, you are living in waking sleep. You drive to work without recalling the journey. You eat meals without tasting them. You hold conversations without truly being present. Life is slipping away from you, moment by moment, and you don't even realize it. But there's a way to wake up, and this isn't just philosophy, it's backed by science. Studies have revealed the neural mechanisms behind this trance-like state. Imagine quantum superposition, where particles exist in multiple states until observed. Gurdjieff likened this to consciousness. Until you begin observing yourself, you are stuck in all your automatic roles at once, unaware of your true self. Now, here's a historical twist. Why did the FBI take an interest in Gurdjieff? Because if enough people woke up, the power structures of the world could collapse overnight. How do you control someone who can see through every illusion? But here's the truly astonishing part. This waking sleep isn't just dulling your day-to-day life. It's blocking you from accessing your true potential, from seeing the deeper truths of existence. You're living in a fog, blind to the profound connections and insights that surround you. Do you really know who you are? What if everything you believe about yourself, your thoughts, dreams, and identity, is just borrowed? What if you could break free from this illusion? Imagine waking up to a world where every moment feels vivid, alive, and real. Gurdjieff believed this was possible through a practice he called self-remembering. It begins with one deceptively simple yet revolutionary act: observing yourself. This isn't casual introspection. It's a radical shift in awareness. It means watching your thoughts, emotions, and actions as if from the outside, like a neutral observer. Picture turning on the light in a dark room for the first time. Suddenly, you can see the obstacles you've been tripping over. Even great minds have hinted at this concept. Einstein famously said, "No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it." Gurdjieff's teachings provide a roadmap to rise above your current state, to transcend the limitations imposed by your false personality, the one society has conditioned you to believe is real. But this is just the beginning. Imagine someone telling you that every decision you've made today was scripted, every choice, every reaction predetermined, as if you were living in a carefully designed simulation. Remember Neo in the Matrix? He, too, had to confront the truth that his life was an illusion. But unlike Neo, you have the power to begin this journey now, without waiting for a red pill. As you read these words, observe your reactions. Notice the thoughts arising in your mind. Pay attention to the emotions flickering through your heart. Don't judge them, just watch. For the next 24 hours, try this exercise. Observe every decision you make. Ask yourself, did I truly choose this, or was it chosen for me by my habits, routines, or societal expectations? You might be shocked to discover how little of your life is consciously lived. This simple practice of observation is the first step to reclaiming your power. But there's a deeper truth Gurdjieff uncovered, one that's far more unsettling. Humanity's unconsciousness doesn't just affect individual lives. It ripples outward into the universe itself. Gurdjieff believed that our collective sleep-like state creates disharmony in the cosmos, holding back not only personal growth, but even the evolution of the divine order. This idea might sound far-fetched, but think of it this way. Your mind is like a tuning fork, vibrating with energy that resonates with the world around you. When you live on autopilot, your frequency becomes chaotic, disconnected from the natural harmony of the universe. Now, consider the concept of resonance. When one tuning fork vibrates, it can cause another nearby to vibrate at the same frequency. Gurdjieff proposed that by breaking free from waking sleep, you begin to vibrate at a higher level, aligning yourself with a more profound cosmic harmony. This alignment doesn't just transform you. It influences those around you and contributes to a greater divine balance. It's as though every moment of consciousness you cultivate sends ripples through the fabric of existence. Modern physics provides an eerie parallel to this idea. The observer effect in quantum mechanics demonstrates that observation alone can alter the behavior of particles. Gurdjieff suggested that our awareness operates similarly. By observing yourself, you actively change the way you interact with the world. This means your consciousness, your awareness, might have a measurable impact not just on your personal life but on the universe itself. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It suggests that every choice you make, every act of awareness, has the potential to harmonize or disrupt the cosmic order. Now, imagine the implications of this truth. What if staying in waking sleep isn't just holding you back, but is actively contributing to the world's disharmony? What if your unconscious state is a small yet significant part of what prevents humanity from evolving into something greater? But here's the truly shocking part. What if your entire personality, the essence of who you think you are, is a fabrication? Gurdjieff's teachings reveal a startling idea. Most of what you believe about yourself is not real. It's a mask, a construct built from societal expectations, cultural conditioning, and childhood programming. This false personality isn't just a surface-level pretense. It's an invisible prison, shaping every decision you make without your knowledge. Think about it. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger was staring back? That feeling of disconnect isn't random. It's a glimpse of the truth. Gurdjieff believed that the first step to awakening is recognizing this mask for what it is. The real you, the authentic you, has been buried beneath layers of roles, expectations, and fears. Remember the wonder and joy you felt as a child? That was the real you, free and present. Somewhere along the way, that vibrant self was hijacked by the demands of society. But there's hope. It's not too late to reclaim your authentic self. Start by questioning everything. Did you truly choose your career, hobbies, or dreams? Or were these choices subtly shaped by external influences? Look around you. Notice how people in the same culture often share similar values, aspirations, and fears. That's the false personality in action, pushing us to conform, to fit into a mold that stifles our individuality. The false personality isn't just an abstract concept, it's deeply ingrained in your brain. Every thought, every action strengthens neural pathways, forming habits that can feel impossible to break. These habits create the illusion of identity, making you believe, "This is who I am." But Gurdjieff revealed that this isn't the true you. It's a role you've been conditioned to play. Breaking free from this conditioning requires more than just willpower. It requires a complete shift in awareness. The path forward lies in a practice Gurdjieff called non-identification. This means stepping outside of yourself to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. Imagine watching a storm through a window, safe and detached from the chaos outside. For example, when anger arises, instead of saying, "I am angry," say, "I notice anger." This subtle shift helps you see emotions as temporary experiences, not as your identity. Pair this with moments of presence throughout your day. Focus on your breath, the sensations in your body, or the sights and sounds around you. These practices, simple yet profound, start to rewire your brain. Over time, you'll find yourself less reactive, more intentional, and more in tune with the authentic self buried beneath the layers of conditioning. Why was this practice so threatening to those in power? Because a society of awakened individuals is nearly impossible to control. Imagine millions of people questioning their beliefs, rejecting consumer habits, and dismantling the societal structures that keep them asleep. It's no wonder Gurdjieff and his followers drew the attention of organizations like the FBI. But there's another layer to Gurdjieff's teachings, one that touches on the deepest aspects of the human psyche. Consider the archetypes we see in myths, stories, and even movies. Have you ever felt a deep connection to the hermit, withdrawing from society to seek clarity? Or the rebel, challenging the status quo? Or the sage, uncovering hidden truths and guiding others to wisdom? These archetypes aren't just fictional, they're powerful psychological blueprints, as Carl Jung described. Gurdjieff believed these archetypes were tools for awakening. By consciously aligning yourself with an archetype that resonates with your deepest truth, you can rewrite the script of your life. Take the hermit, for example. If you've ever felt the need to retreat from the chaos of society and reconnect with your inner self, this archetype might speak to you. Or perhaps you resonate with the rebel, embodying courage and defiance as you challenge blind conformity. Then there's the sage, the one who seeks wisdom and shares it with others. Here's the twist. Most people don't choose their archetypes. Instead, they're unconsciously stuck in roles imposed by society. Think of the provider, sacrificing personal dreams for the sake of others, or the ruler, clinging to control while ignoring a deeper calling. It's as if you've been cast in a movie you never auditioned for. To break free, you must consciously choose your archetype. Ask yourself, who inspires you? What stories make your soul stir? If you're drawn to figures like John Dunbar from Dances with Wolves, you may connect with the hermit's quest to escape societal corruption and rediscover harmony with nature. Or perhaps Morpheus from The Matrix resonates with you, a sage awakening others from illusion. These aren't just characters, they're calls to action, urging you to step into your true role. By consciously choosing your archetype, you can rewrite your story and escape the confines of the false personality. This isn't just about identifying with a character you admire. It's about embodying their qualities in your everyday life. Imagine living with the hermit's clarity, the rebel's courage, or the sage's wisdom. Through this alignment, you break free from societal scripts and step into a life of intentionality and freedom. Psychology supports this idea. Research shows that role-playing and visualization can rewire your brain, altering your behavior and helping you internalize new patterns. Therapists often use these techniques to foster lasting change. Here's a simple exercise to get started. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as your chosen archetype. Feel their strengths and qualities flowing through you. Then ask yourself, how would this version of me approach the challenges I'm facing right now? This process transforms your inner world, but it's only the beginning. Once you awaken to the false personality and align with the chosen archetype, you'll begin to see a deeper truth. The false self isn't just limiting, it's fragmenting. Gurdjieff's teachings reveal that you're not one person but a collection of conflicting selves, each with its own desires, fears, and beliefs. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal, only to sabotage yourself days later? One part of you wants change, while another clings to comfort. One self dreams of success, while another fears failure. These inner contradictions create chaos, keeping you stuck in place. Gurdjieff called this the multiplicity of eyes, and it's the root of much of our inner turmoil. Modern psychology has a term for this: cognitive dissonance. It's the mental stress caused by holding conflicting beliefs or desires. This inner conflict doesn't just make you feel stuck. It takes a toll on your health. Studies link cognitive dissonance to anxiety, depression, and even physical ailments. Your warring selves aren't just frustrating, they're actively harming you. So, how do you end this inner war? Gurdjieff developed a technique called inner separation. This practice teaches you to step back and observe the different parts of yourself without identifying with them. Imagine being the director of a film, watching your inner characters play out their roles. Instead of getting caught up in their drama, you remain detached, observing with clarity and compassion. Here's how you can start. Observe without judgment. The next time you feel conflicting emotions or desires, pause. Notice the different selves vying for control. Label them if it helps. This is the self that wants comfort, or this is the self that fears failure. Detach from identification. Remind yourself that these voices are not you. They're aspects of your personality, conditioned responses, or habits. Choose with awareness. From this place of observation, make conscious decisions. Ask yourself, which choice aligns with my true self? Over time, this practice unifies your inner world. The scattered fragments of your personality begin to coalesce into a harmonious whole. You become less reactive, more intentional, and more in control of your life. But unifying your inner world is just the first step. Gurdjieff's teachings go deeper, revealing that waking up isn't merely a personal journey, it's a cosmic one. As you reclaim your true self, you contribute to the evolution of humanity and the universe itself. As you awaken and integrate your inner world, a profound truth begins to emerge. You're not just living for yourself. Your personal growth sends ripples through the fabric of existence, influencing humanity's collective evolution. Gurdjieff believed that unconscious humans don't just live in ignorance, they contribute to a stagnation of divine progress. In contrast, every moment of awareness you cultivate aligns you with the higher frequencies of the universe, fostering harmony on a cosmic scale. This isn't just abstract philosophy, it has practical implications. Gurdjieff taught that our thoughts, emotions, and actions act like tuning forks, resonating with the world around us. When you're stuck in waking sleep, your frequency is chaotic, dissonant, and disconnected. But as you awaken, your consciousness becomes a beacon, inspiring others to do the same. It's as if your personal journey of self-discovery becomes a catalyst for collective transformation. Modern science hints at the plausibility of this idea. The observer effect in quantum mechanics shows that observation itself can influence physical reality. This suggests that consciousness isn't just passive, it's a creative force, shaping the world in ways we're only beginning to understand. Imagine the potential if enough individuals woke up, aligned their centers, and started living with intentionality. The ripple effect could transform not only individual lives but entire societies. This brings us to one of Gurdjieff's most controversial teachings, the belief that humanity is trapped in a cycle of mechanical existence, acting out roles that benefit unseen systems of control. Gurdjieff used a provocative metaphor to explain this. Unconscious humans, he suggested, might be food for the moon. While this idea can sound fantastical, its deeper meaning is clear. Our unawareness, our negative emotions, and our mechanical behaviors feed forces that thrive on our stagnation. But there's hope. There's always a way out. Gurdjieff's teachings emphasize that by raising your level of consciousness, you can break free from these invisible chains. This isn't just about personal liberation. It's about reclaiming your rightful role as a conscious co-creator of reality. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you contribute to the evolution of humanity and the universe itself. The journey doesn't end with awakening your inner world. It expands outward. Once you've begun observing your thoughts and emotions, the next step is harmonizing your three centers: the intellectual, the emotional, and the physical. Most people function predominantly from one center, neglecting the others. For example, some rely solely on intellect, analyzing life without feeling it. Others are ruled by emotions, swept away by every mood. And many live in the physical, driven by instincts and habits without deeper reflection. Imagine what's possible if you could align all three centers. Gurdjieff likened this to upgrading a simple machine into a high-performance supercomputer. When your centers work in harmony, you gain access to clarity, creativity, and energy that most people can only dream of. Modern science validates this idea. Researchers have found that the brain, heart, and gut each have their own intelligence, communicating constantly in ways that shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Have you ever had a gut feeling or felt a weight on your heart? These aren't just metaphors. They're evidence of the intricate connection between your centers. Gurdjieff developed a revolutionary method to harmonize these centers, a series of movements he called sacred dances. These weren't random exercises, but meticulously designed practices that combined physical precision, emotional presence, and mental focus. As you perform these movements, you reprogram yourself, breaking free from ingrained patterns and aligning your body, emotions, and mind. The result? A profound sense of unity and clarity. People who master these movements report experiences of heightened awareness, deep inner peace, and an unshakable connection to something greater. It's as if the secrets of the universe begin to unfold before them, revealing truths that were hidden in plain sight. But this path isn't for the faint of heart. It demands discipline, vulnerability, and a willingness to confront the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. However, the rewards are extraordinary. By harmonizing your centers, you unlock not only your full potential, but also your ability to contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. Harmonizing your three centers is just the beginning. Gurdjieff believed that awakening involves not only personal transformation, but also an integration of your being into a larger cosmic framework. Once your centers are aligned, you begin to perceive reality in an entirely new way. Patterns, connections, and truths that were once obscured come into sharp focus. The boundaries between self and universe blur, revealing a profound interconnection. At the heart of Gurdjieff's teachings lies a groundbreaking concept known as the fourth way. Unlike traditional spiritual paths that often demand isolation or extreme practices, the fourth way integrates spiritual development into everyday life. It allows you to grow while navigating the demands of modern living. Your job, relationships, and routines become the very tools for your transformation. The fourth way is a path of constant presence and self-observation. Imagine turning your daily commute into a meditation on awareness. Conversations with friends or colleagues become opportunities to master your emotions. Even mundane tasks like washing dishes or folding laundry become exercises in mindfulness. Through this practice, your ordinary life becomes extraordinary, a dynamic, ever-evolving spiritual journey. But this path is not easy. The fourth way challenges you to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. It requires you to recognize the automatic behaviors, conditioned beliefs, and hidden fears that govern your actions. Most people prefer to remain asleep, because waking up means letting go of the illusions they've clung to for so long. The rewards, however, are beyond imagination. Those who follow the fourth way report profound shifts in their perception and experience of life. They describe a newfound sense of energy, creativity, and purpose. It's as if a hidden reservoir of potential has been unlocked, allowing them to live with greater clarity and intention. Let's take a small step into this practice right now. Try this simple 4-minute exercise. Be intensely aware of 3 things simultaneously: your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical sensations. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. Notice the chatter in your mind, the subtle shifts in your emotions, and every little sensation in your body. Resist the urge to judge or analyze. Instead, simply watch. This exercise might feel strange at first, but it's incredibly powerful. By observing yourself in this way, you begin to separate from the automatic patterns that run your life. It's like stepping out of the storm and into a place of calm, where you can see everything clearly. But here's where it gets unsettling. Gurdjieff hinted that humanity might not be evolving as we like to believe. Instead, he suggested we could be devolving, losing touch with the deeper aspects of our being. Look around you. Technology, for all its conveniences, is rewiring our brains and reducing our capacity for focus, presence, and deep thought. Consider this. Studies show that the average attention span has dropped from 12 seconds in the year 2000 to just 8 seconds today, shorter than that of a goldfish. Multitasking, once celebrated as a modern skill, is now known to decrease productivity by up to 40%. Our dependence on constant stimulation is eroding our ability to engage with life meaningfully. Gurdjieff saw this trend as a dangerous form of unconsciousness, a mechanization of humanity. The more we allow ourselves to be controlled by external forces, the more we become like the machines we've created. This, he believed, is the real threat. Not just personal stagnation, but the loss of our very humanity. The solution? Intentional suffering. Don't panic. This doesn't mean inflicting harm on yourself. Instead, it means willingly stepping outside your comfort zone and taking on challenges that demand your full attention and presence. For example, disconnecting from technology for a day and sitting with your own thoughts. Engaging in physical labor that grounds you in your body and reconnects you to the earth. Confronting a fear or habit that has been holding you back. These practices are revolutionary in a world designed to keep you asleep. They reawaken the parts of you that have been numbed by convenience and distraction. They remind you of your strength, your resilience, and your capacity for growth. But be warned, the path to true evolution is not easy. It requires courage to swim against the current of modern society and face the uncomfortable truths about yourself. However, for those who dare to embark on this journey, the rewards are profound. You don't just awaken to a more authentic version of yourself. You contribute to the awakening of the entire world.